like those people that was still deciding what I wanted to do with my life. And education was always something that I found very important in my own life, and that's why I pursued my education. And so that drew me to wanting to instruct others and make them the best that they can be. And that is what drew me to being an educator. I was a teacher for 10 years before I received the opportunity to go into administration. I was an administrator as an assistant principal for 4 years. I got the opportunity to open this school, which is Somerset East Preparatory Academy, and this is our 4th year, and we're running strong and doing great.
Tell me a little bit. I started with Somerset, I think we're at 12 years ago, in Chapel Trail. It's first year in the new building, not the modulars. And I was a kindergarten teacher for 6 years and just progressively started to get more involved in what was going on outside of the classroom and helping out. And then I became team leader and being a resource to the other teachers. And it just kind of went from there. It was a natural progression moving forward. And I was for a little while in the classroom and helping in administration. And then it just became a situation where I felt more needed out of the classroom. And so I took that step out and never looked back. And so for 4 years I was assistant principal there, and then Somerset Pines opened, and we came here to open this new campus.
I received my degree from FIU in elementary education and got hired in the Broward district. I knew that I wanted something more for my family and my children and sought out the charter schools. Once I became part of the charter schools, they said, what did you like? What didn't you like? Now make it better. And that freedom to create something better for my children and for other families is what helped me stay. Knowing I wanted that for my children, something better and something better for other children, made it important for me to be a part of the charter schools. I started at Somerset Academy in Pembroke Pines as the lead teacher and assistant principal, and then opened up Somerset Davie. We're now in our 10th year and as principal of our school, and really excited. When I received my degree in elementary education from FIU, I started in the Broward schools. I knew at that point that I wanted something better for my children and for other families and children. And then I was approached by Somerset, and Somerset said, what did you like? What didn't you like? Now make it better. And having that freedom and giving my teachers that freedom to create something better for all the families at our schools is something that's really important to us. Once I received my degree in educational leadership from Nova Southeastern University, I became the lead teacher and assistant principal of Somerset in Pembroke Pines, and then opened up Somerset Davie, and now we are in our 10th year.
I graduated from Florida International University with my bachelor's degree in elementary education, and I started as a teacher at Janus Roberts Elementary, teaching 6th grade. It was an incredible experience for me as I was able to do the entire curriculum for reading. I taught middle school students in 6th grade, and then I moved to teach the bilingual program for 4th grade students, and I was at Janus Roberts for about 5 years teaching that program. And I had the wonderful opportunity that from finishing there for about 5 years, I started with Somerset Academy back in 2004 as the lead teacher of Somerset Academy in South Dade, and also teaching 1st grade. We had 2 classrooms in a temporary facility, kinder and 1st grade, with 44 students, and then had the wonderful opportunity to move to this facility, and it became a K-6 center where I became the principal of this K-6 center with 600 students, which later has grown to 800 students, and we are currently a K-8 center here at Somerset Academy in South Dade. I started in Somerset Academy teaching 1st grade, and also as a lead teacher I was given the opportunity to do that in 2004, and we were in a temporary facility with only kindergarten and 1st grade with 44 students, and then later had the opportunity to move to this amazing facility with a K-6 center and 600 students. I became principal of this particular Somerset Academy, and we have grown to being a K-8 center with 800 students. This is our 9th year with Somerset Academy, 8th year here in this building.
How you got your start and how you ended up at Somerset?
I decided to become a teacher after I realized that architecture was not what I really wanted. I wanted to be an architect when I was little, and I would build things and I would design, and I started taking my first course. I'm like, oh, I don't think this is for me. And I got into the world of education, and I fell in love. I was able to start in Matter Academy Elementary, another charter school within Miami-Dade County, in its first year, and I was able to be one of the inaugurating members of that staff as a teacher assistant, and I also did my student teaching. And soon after that, I became a teacher at Matter Academy. So I feel like I was able to not only start my career, but was able to have the opportunity to open up that school and see it grow. And for 10 years, I was a member of that teaching staff. I was a leader within the school, a science leader. I taught every grade from first through fifth grade, multi-age, but I fell in love with math and science in fourth and fifth grade. And in 2008, I was given the opportunity to open up a school here in Homestead, Somerset City Arts. And for 5 years, I've been here as the principal, and feel very blessed because now I've had the opportunity to not open up a charter school as a teacher, but now as a principal, and work through the challenges, because opening up a school is not easy, but seeing it grow and develop to what it is now, just, it makes everything that we've done together just more rewarding.
Well, my first degree is in elementary education, so I taught for many years in elementary, and then I got my master's degree, and I'm now working on my doctorate. So I've been in education for 10 years. I've taught in a private school setting, a public school setting, and now the charter school. Okay. I've been in education for about 10 years. I have taught elementary, middle, and high, and I've also worked in the public school setting, the private school setting, and now the charter school. So I have a little bit of experience in every little field, so that really helps me as an administrator to see the different perspectives of the schools.
And you've been a science teacher.
I have. I've been a science teacher, so that's why the science focus at Somerset Boca is really near and dear to my heart. Science is one of my favorite subjects, and I really just feel I really understand how it fits in to real life and the real world and applying that knowledge. So I taught science for about 5 years.
I've been an educator for the past 23 years, and my first teaching assignment was in a 6th grade classroom.
Wow. Did you say an educator, and what was the first grade you taught?
I've been an educator for 21 years, and first grade was 6th and 7th grade math, special education.
And
I've been an educator for 19 years, and I started as a 5th grade teacher.
and
I've been in education for approximately 13 years. I started teaching pre-K. I started as a pre-K grade 2 teacher, and then I taught elementary, and then taught middle school. Now I'm here in high school, so I've had experience as administrator in the middle school, middle high setting, as well as high school setting. So I'm able to see all the different spectrums I'm fortunate to have that experience that I'm able to see and work with the kids that I've worked with myself and build upon what I've learned and work with it as my school.
Very good. Felt you walking over there. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. So just tell me a little bit about yourself.
My educational career began in 2000 at Somerset Chapel Trail when there were only 50 students. I was a math and science teacher, and as time went on, I moved up to Dean of Discipline, and 6 years ago, I became assistant principal at Chapel Trail. And after that, I actually went over to Miramar campus, and so I've had the awesome opportunity to really see the educational system from a K through 12 spectrum, and now I'm here at Somerset Central. Anything else?
Good.
Science teacher.
For what grade?
Well, back then it was like everything. So 6th grade, 7th grade, and science teacher for 10th grade and 9th grade.
Oh, wow. And how does that background, the science and math, impact what you do?
Wow. that really gives me an opportunity to really convey our real mission about the direction that we're trying to take our school in. Matter of fact, I didn't want, can I say what I spoke to?
Yeah.
This morning I just spoke to my teachers about taking our school to the next level, maybe going into the engineering and the science and what can we do to impact it. And I also told them, because my prior background in math and science, I would love to see our school go in that direction. So I think it gives me a broad perspective of where our students are and where they need to go.
Did we get that? Yeah. With the sound? Perfect. That's great.
No, period.
Oh, okay. I've been an administrator for 8 years. This is my 9th year.
Oh.
I started back in, let's see what year. It feels like a really long time ago, but actually it wasn't that long. I started as a teacher. I taught first grade. After that, I taught gifted for 3 years. So in the classroom, I was only 4 years. However, straight from there, I became a principal. And I think I was the youngest principal in Miami-Dade County in 1998. So if we do the math, I've been doing this is my 15th year. I founded Matter Academy Charter School in Hialeah Gardens. It was one of the first 5 charter schools that opened in Miami-Dade County. And I must say that that was my baby. I love that school. I founded Matter Academy in 1998. If we do the math, that was 15 years ago. I loved it. That school was my baby, my pride and joy. However, an opportunity presented itself at Somerset. I have a family of my own now, and my 2 daughters are with me, and I've always said that if I'm going to provide my children with a gift, it's going to be the gift of education. So I've been here now at Somerset South Miami. This is my 4th year here, and the sky's the limit. I'm ready to take anything on and just provide an education to all the kids here, the one that they deserve, and challenge them to the best of their ability. I know soccer is important, but education is important too.
Ready? Yes, we are. My name is Carrie O'Sullivan. I'm the principal at Somerset Silver Palms. It's a kindergarten through 12th grade school on 2 campuses directly across from each other. I started as a teacher at Miami Killian Senior High, teaching language arts and social studies to students of special needs. I then went on to become an administrator, and shortly after that, spending some time in the district, I then came to the charter school, where I found my niche. Okay, I have been in education for the last 14 to 15 years. I began my career as a Spanish teacher at a traditional public school. And during my 2nd year, I was fortunate enough to join our charter school family, working at Matter Academy Elementary as a classroom teacher.
That's great.
While in the classroom, I felt the need to further my education a little bit in order to better serve all my students.
That's great.
Okay.
Just keep rolling, girl.
I re-enrolled in FIU to earn my master's degree in reading education. With that, I was able to become a reading coach, and I was a reading coach for about 6 years. I knew that administration was something that I was very interested in, so I went ahead and I pursued a 3rd degree in educational leadership. I earned my educational leadership degree, specialist, at Nova Southeastern University back in 2008.
Keep looking at the camera.
Okay. I became the assistant principal at Matter Academy in 2009. Okay.
Can I just ask you now?
Yes.
What that paper was?
As a Spanish teacher, I had the opportunity to work with all grade levels in the elementary school. Okay, so I think that joining that young school during its inaugural year really helped me build a sense of pride and love for it. Now I'm really looking forward to bringing that same sense of love and pride into Somerset Bay. I began my career as a Spanish teacher at a traditional public school back in 1998, soon after receiving my bachelor's degree from FIU in education.
I've been in the classroom. I was 5 years in the classroom as a reading teacher and an elementary school teacher. I was 5 years as a preschool teacher, pre-K, and I've been an administrator for 20 years 18 years. Sorry. I've been an administrator for 18 years.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
And I have 5 children. I've been in the classroom. I was an elementary school teacher and a preschool teacher and a reading school teacher in middle school for a total of 10 years. I've been an administrator for 18 years. I know I'm really old, but I'm really young. I have 5 children, 16 grandchildren, and I do triathlons.
That is impressive.
That's awesome.
That is like no joke.
That's amazing.
That's no joke. 24 miles?
I do the short length. I do the sprint length. And what I do first in open water is swim 3/4 of a mile. I bike 13 miles, and I run 3 miles, a 5K.
Incredibly impressive. What is your
That is
best
amazing.
time on that?
My best time is not that impressive because I'm old.
You're not old. You look
I'm
fabulous.
old. My best time is a little bit over an hour and a half. It's about an hour and 45 minutes.
That's
40
extraordinarily
minutes.
impressive.
Well, my goal was to get under 2 hours when I started. I only started 4 years ago.
Kudos to you. Kudos to you. You've been over an athlete all year. This is not for the
No. I've not been an athlete. I was an educator. I was racing, and so I said, "What can I do now?" And my kids were doing triathlons, and I said, "I thought I could do that."
I love that.
My husband and I have been married 40 years, and we're going to San Diego in April for our 40th wedding anniversary, and we're going to do a triathlon where triathlons originated.
That's beautiful.
I know. I call myself an athlete.
So what grades and subjects did you teach?
I taught elementary school, third grade mainly, pre-K, and then I taught reading in 6th, 7th, and then intervention reading in 8th grade.
And what's your impression so far? I know you're...
I am so impressed and so excited about Somerset. I think it's the wave of the future. I know I'm just getting involved in it, and I'm thinking, why didn't I know about this much sooner? But I'm excited. I think it has potential that is unlimited.
And
A safe and nurturing environment.
would you like to do
I've
that?
taught algebra. I've taught all elementary grades. I've taught leadership and development for high school students as well as college students and teachers.
Over how long?
Over 15 years.
Would you mind saying I've been an educator?
I've been an educator for 15 years, I should say.
My first teaching experience was in the primary grades. I've taught anything from pre-K through 3rd grade. I was also a reading coach for Dade County Public Schools for many years. And then I transitioned into Somerset Academy Miramar also as a reading coach. As a reading coach, I was exposed to much training and professional development, and that has helped shape my administrative style in the sense where I can serve as an instructional resource to my teachers. I can help them to implement best practices in their classrooms and guide them and help them and mentor them along the way. Being a reading coach helped me also serve as an effective mentor to my teachers. As a reading coach, I learned many techniques on how to be effective in a classroom and how to be that guide and that mentor for my staff, and I think that that has shaped my administrative style to continue that and be that support that my staff needs instructionally. I feel that I can be a huge instructional resource to my teachers and guide them and mentor them in best practices and how to implement them in a classroom setting. Here at Somerset Academy Miramar, we have the greatest staff ever. My teachers are wonderful, they're dedicated,